And the nightmare continued at Blackburn, where Kevin Gallagher opened the scoring for the home side. Chris Sutton made it 2-0 at half-time, and Rovers looked in total command. Rio Ferdinand inspired a second-half fight-back after he came on as the substitute and landed his first senior goal. It was a valiant effort by the talented teenager, but not enough to halt the losing sequence.
An unchanged Hammer side fails again on their travels at Ewood Park, where Stuart Ripley opens Blackburn's account midway through the first half. A stray header by Andy Impey proves costly 5 minutes after the break, when Damien Diouf pounces to make it 2-0. Then, after Steve Lomas received a red card, Diouf finished off the 10-man Hammers, adding Blackburn's third after 72 minutes. And that made it 8 straight defeats away from home.
Been under most of the pressure so far in extra time. They've had a chance to push on. There's a definite climb there by Abu, looking to turn, knocks it into the middle. Hartson is there. This is a real chance, and it's John Hartson. It's West Ham who grabbed the initiative, and Hartson is the man. His 20th goal of the season. He'd gone 6 games without finding the net, but after all those chances for Blackburn Rovers, West Ham it is who've cashed in. Abu played a crucial role. Good control, got a deflection across. Hartson, that was a good first touch. The second one was crucial. Abu's ball in. Hartson got away from Hendry, and he got it past Fetis, and West Ham, after all the pressure they've been under, have come up with a goal. Turn it back. Sherwood trying to redeem himself in another positive run. Impey couldn't stop the ball running to Damien Diouf. Blackburn still going for it. Flitcroft. Plenty forward here for Blackburn. Diouf, the man who's got to get it into the middle. They've got it. They've got the equaliser, and it's Stuart Ripley. Here goes Chris Sutton then, the first penalty. Blasted home, 1-0 to Blackburn. Alan Fetis was called up at short notice and now faces his first penalty from David Unsworth. And he goes the wrong way, and Unsworth slides the ball into the far corner. 1-1. Turn again. Blackburn are leading with their big guns. It's top scorer Kevin Gallagher to go next. No problem at all. Gallagher puts that one away emphatically. John Hartson already found the net once. Fetis is back in the firing line. Here goes Hartson then, and again the finishing is spot on. Wilcox came off the bench as a substitute. Will Forrest be the first one to make the save? Now Jason Wilcox, and again there's absolutely no hesitation. Whose father is on the bench with 2 Cupboarders medals at home. Fetis up and down. Here goes Lampard, and he's put it away as well. Well done, son, says Frank Lampard Senior. Maybe he's starting to be afraid to look. Here goes Kenner now. That's in the bottom corner. It's down to the old boy now. Ian Pearce, the former Blackburn player, carries Redknapp's hopes. Here goes Pearce. And again, spot on. He will be a relieved man. He did not want to come back to Blackburn and be the one to miss. Hendry was one of the men who thought he might have got the breakthrough earlier on. Now he has to keep up the standard. This is real pressure. Hendry, so often the club hero, with penalty number 5. And Forrest has saved it. Well, Hodgson smiles, but not inside, I'm sure. Forrest, it wasn't the toughest save of his career, but Hendry, the man who leads by example so often, has given West Ham the chance with his legs. Hendry, no words necessary. It's down to the West Ham skipper. Steve Lomas, the skipper, has this for the quarter-finals. And he makes no mistake, and it's West Ham who go through, and Steve Lomas kept his cool under test. 5 out of 5, and West Ham are off and running all right. He can lead the celebrations. It's the Hammers who've come up with the penalty kicks that really mattered, but this one went all the way to the wire.
Like Southampton, Blackburn Rovers were another side who'd begun the season badly, but as is often the way, they raised their game against a disappointing West Ham side, and it was a particularly bad day for Rio Ferdinand, who deflected Gary Flitcroft's shot into his own net for Rovers' opening goal after just 9 minutes at Ewood Park. Ferdinand, who was returning after a back injury, also made a poor back pass to Shaka Hislop, which led to Blackburn's second. Before the game, West Ham had not conceded a single Premiership goal when Ferdinand had played. But at least he wasn't to blame for Rovers' third goal, which came from a superb strike from Callum Davidson. All in all, an afternoon to forget for Harry Redknapp's men.
Park, but nothing would have prepared them for the game that was to follow. Particularly annoying for Hammers fans was that as a pay-per-view game, some Irons enthusiasts had coughed up almost a tenner to watch this torture from the comfort of their own living room. Not since Manchester United's victory a couple of years ago had a West Ham keeper picked the ball out of his net so often. Only a goal midway through the game by Michael Carrick, his first of the season, gave the West Ham fans anything to cheer. And with an avalanche of second-half goals from Graham Souness's side, it was a nightmare Hammers would want to immediately put behind them.
Ball comes out wide to Lomas. He can hit him. Oh, it's deflected in. Friedel had no chance, but Hammers have a goal. That's Turnwell to the far post. A great header by Pearce, and it's in there. Defoe has got West Ham out of jail. Great header from Pearce, but Defoe got in there.
Diouf had wanted the ball played early. There's a corner despite the best attempts of Danny Gabidon, and he's hurt himself in the process as he collided with the hoardings.
I think the momentum of Gabidon took him into the hoardings. There may have been a slight touch.
Danny Gabidon so impressive in this first full season of the Premiership. Just hope that that's an injury he can recover from relatively quickly. Now Benny Younes supplying some width for Marlon Harewood, who used him as the decoy. Slips it in for Zamora. West Ham United lead. And Bobby Zamora, for the first time in his career, scores in back-to-back Premiership games.
Well, it's a great counter-attack. Great little ball alongside the central defenders, and a super one-touch finish from Bobby Zamora. Sees Friedel coming out, and it's a lovely slid-in finish.
Well, Pardew, you would expect, will be much the happier of the two managers so far. Launched in towards the near post, and again dangerous to deal with. It's a penalty. The appeals were instant against Thomas Repke.
You can see him on that near post marking. There he goes. He's given a handball. I think he must have just come into the back of him.
Well, they've gone nearly 5.5 hours without a Premiership goal. Can they break their drought and possibly provide the foundation to come back and win? No mistake at all from Paul Dickoff, who levels it up at 1-1.
Well, Carroll guessed, and he guessed wrong.
Awkward, very awkward indeed. 2 goals for Paul Diouf in the space of 2 minutes. What a way to end your Premiership goal drought.
This time Pedersen's come over to his right-hand side. It's a great cross. He whips the cross in. Again, Christian Daly going with his wrong foot. It's a poor clearance, tries to clear it with his right foot instead of his left, but that's a good finish on the far post from Diouf.
Lovely reverse ball for Bobby Zamora. Harewood peels off towards the far post and scores.
Great goal from Bobby Zamora setting it up, and it's an easy header from Harewood at the end of it, but what a build-up from West Ham. Benayoun in midfield, this is what he does best, central areas. He's not offside, Bobby Zamora, you can see he makes a perfect run, just clips it up to the far post. Marlon Harewood peels off there. It's a lovely little chip and a good finish. Oh, and a super goal and a super equaliser for West Ham.
Mark Hughes much the forward.
That's a lovely sliding ball through to McCarthy, who's going to get there first. Green almost took him out. Pulls it back. Well, it was good defending in the end by Green.
Yeah, like he knew a lot about it. I mean, this is a mad moment, for sure. Absolutely mad. And then when it comes back to him, oh, that's riding your luck.
And this slip allows a wonderful chance for Blackburn, which Pedersen fails to take.
Well,
Pedersen whips it in. Samba with his first goal for Blackburn Rovers.
there's no sensing of danger. There's a bit of blocking. Harewood actually blocks his own player. He blocks Collins' route towards marking Samba. It's a great header. Not much Green can do.
And Rio Coker can bring it away for West Ham. Tevez. He's on his own. Was he tripped? He's gone down. And it's a penalty. Howard Webb points to the spot. Brett Emerton is furious. And Carlos Tevez is the focal point. And suddenly, Howard Webb has a lot to sort out.
What Tevez does is he keeps the ball in the box, drags Emerton's forward, teases him. There's wrestling, there's arms, but you know Tevez is just going to check here. There's the lunge, and then what he does, it's the trailing boot that comes in and catches Tevez.
Can he put West Ham United back in this game and give them some hope for Premiership salvation? Tevez against Friedel scores. It's 1-1. Well, last time he celebrated by going into the crowd. This time he manages to refrain a little, but it's an important goal for the Hammers. Mullins. Oh, what a smart save by Friedel.
It's a good leap from Collins. I just wondered if he was going to let it go because he's got a player in behind him. Standard save for Friedel.
Mullins, what a chance! Bowyer, surely! Zamora, blocked on the line by Carlos Tevez, his own player, but the goal has been given, and West Ham have turned it around, and Bobby Zamora has given them hope that maybe, just maybe, they can survive in the Premier League. Now they're complaining, of course, did the ball go over the line? The goal has been given, but the Blackburn players are furious, Gary.
That does not cross the line.
Could be worth around £30 million though in the end. Done. Is there time for Blackburn to create another chance?
Interesting decision, because I'm sure there's a handball in there. It's whether the referee feels that Lucas Neal was leaning on him.
It's a yellow followed by a red for David Bentley in that challenge with Lucas Neal, and yet another decision goes against Blackburn Rovers, who are now down to 10 men.
Alan Kirbish.
Here's McCartney. Ashton! Dean Ashton has stolen the lead for West Ham. Cole's to let it go, and Ashton puts West Ham ahead. Dean Ashton again. Can't really do anything with him. Solano's cross. Oh, what a great stop from Friedel. And West Ham more and more into this game. Friedel's made a great save there. It's a better effort. Oh, a lovely trick. Santa Cruz is here! He's missed a real chance to equalise for Blackburn. The great ball in. Lovely first touch, but he's blasted it over.
I think we've come in close at Ewood Park with another draw to conclude an unbeaten month. Pedersen's long throw. Samba's in there. Diouf looking to try and turn and finds the back of the net. That's not going to count. He's offside, I think. They flag up on this near side, and correctly so. El Hadj Diouf clearly in an offside position. Noble looks for support. Bowen Morte's made a run now. He's been found as well. Tristan waits. And it's back to Noble. Oh, that's a brilliant finish. And he's got every right to look happy. Hint of offside there when Noble played the ball to Bowen Morte. Tristan with the presence of mind to find Noble, and you certainly can't argue about the finish. Beautiful with the outside of his right boot. Pedersen with yet another long throw in. It's going to break here for Andrews! And Blackburn Rovers are back on level terms here at Ewood Park. Keith Andrews scores just 6 minutes after coming on as a half-time sub. Ilunga got ahead to it, but it only fell into the path of Andrews. Another long ball. Samba's got ahead to it, slipped as he hit it. Green spilt it. Diouf turns it home, but he's offside. It's not going to count.